Good morning, guys. We are in Teruel. This is where we stayed last night. Last night when we arrived, there were a lot of campers. Now there are only a few left, so I guess it's mainly been used by people as a on the road as a night stop, and then they continue their route. But yesterday evening there was some noise because there's a football field on that side, and there is a dog walking area here behind the fence. So there were some people, but the night and also this morning it was fairly quiet. So I'm very glad we drove up to here and not stay at the hot springs. Because everything was wet, of course, and our boat was dry and dry for the night, so that was very good. And like I said yesterday, the highway was on 1223 meters high, so we are quite high. And last night it froze, so we're not on the coast again. I had the ice on the window and the ice on the ceiling. So with all the moisture that we dragged in yesterday after the swimming, it of course collects in the van, and it did dry out a little bit while driving, so I'm glad about that, because when we would have stayed, it would even have been worse. But I was at least I was glad boat was completely dried out, so that was okay. But we're just gonna walk around the square here. I want to see what's on the other side, and then go back to the camper, open the door so it can air out more, and the moisture can get out. But from here on we'll continue, and you'll see where we go. We are leaving Teruel. This morning did some work, handed it over. Afterwards went to the little bar, pub, restaurant thing. Not really a restaurant because he only had a tapas menu, but really nice. A lot of Spaniards on a Friday afternoon, and had a few coffee, had lunch. And now we're off again to our next destination. So I'll see you guys on the road.
Na 100 meter.
Yes, we are on our way again. Just stopped at the supermarket. I was looking for a big, like an Aldi or a little or something like that. Actually both. When I see a little, I gotta stop. They have several things at several supermarkets. So now I could buy stuff what I wanted at the Aldi to bring back home, and or back home, still they call where the family is this time home. But so we're on our way to the next destination. It's not too long of a ride, I believe like 40 kilometers, 40 minutes, something like that. We're on the highway now, so I don't know how long that is gonna last. Like yesterday's ride from the springs almost up to Teruel. Only the last bit was on the highway, but the rest was all through the mountains, so that took a while. Beautiful though, but it took a while. Yeah, nice. Here again, nice view. Those rocks, and I believe not today but tomorrow we'll also come in the area where those houses are cut out in the rocks. So looking forward to see that. Seen that once before. I don't know where it was, but and this I also like. Here the city straight ahead, up on the mountain. It looks cool how it's built up high like that. Okay guys, talk to you later. Yeah, just stopped at a gas station to fill up. I saw the price here was 112.2 for a liter of diesel. So I thought, yeah, that isn't too expensive. So filled up because I saw several Repsol stations with prices of 124. So this is 12 cents the liter cheaper. Filled up, I was about half empty, yeah, exactly half empty, because I could tank just short of 35 liters. I've got a 70 liter tank. Also did a quick calculation. It's been a while, so once in a while I calculate what the fuel consumption is. And I'm surprised, positively surprised again, because yesterday was a lot of mountain roads, so that mostly adds to the fuel consumption. But I had an average of 12.4 kilometers per liter, so that's not bad if you ask me with a camper van. So I'm glad about that. So yeah, for now we'll start the engine and continue our route. Just coming back to the fuel consumption and let you guys enjoy the view a bit. Here you can really see that we are up high on a plain. It's very level here, but it's very high up. Look at the mountains surrounding us. You can see we're quite high up. So, but coming back to the fuel consumption, that's also why I chose this van. I wasn't looking. Of course, I had
deze route nog 10 kilometer.
Some kind of measurements in my head for the van, but then first I looked at the engines. So I saw that it's a couple of different vans. It looks at the different engines they had, and came to the engine I'm having now. It is a 2.8 liter JTD engine that's been built in these Fiat Ducatos, but also in the Ivecos. At that time in Citroen Jumper Relay, Peugeot Boxer. So I was not looking specifically for a Fiat Ducato, but to one of those vehicles with that engine, because I found them online with even 600,000-700,000 kilometers on the under the belt, and also I did my research and found there was little to no problems with these engines. The fuel consumption was very good, so that all adds it up, and yeah, that was my choice, was because I want to travel with my van. If you stay around the place you work or where you previously lived, then it's maybe not such high priority to you, but for me it was, because I wanted to travel with the van. Since I bought this van in July, it had 207,500 kilometers on, and now we're at 226 and past the half, so real quick, 19,000 kilometers already since, is that correct what I'm saying? Yeah, that is correct. Since I bought this van in July. So I want to make kilometers, and then I find it personally that fuel consumption is a big thing, because you don't want to stand there filling up and thinking, ow, that hurts. So no. I don't know what that's here to my right, but I don't know if you can see, maybe the last one, but there are a lot of airplanes just parked there. Maybe it's some kind of parking spot for airplanes or something like that. I don't know. So now you know a bit about how I chose my van, and Yeah, that's I think mileage is important when you want to travel. See you guys later. And isn't this? It's a different, but isn't it a great landscape again? Yeah. By the way, we're on our way to Albarracín, so it should be an old historic town. So yeah, I wanted to check that out. I hope
400 meter
you find
rechtdoorrijden.
decent parking, but because it's supposed not to be that much there, but yeah, it's out of season, so I hope we can find a good spot. So see you when we get there. Yeah, Sierra de Albarracín. Look at those mountains. Great, those cliffs. I can imagine that people go here for some climbing. Yeah. It's too beautiful not to show you guys another piece. It's impressive, those rocks here. Really beautiful. Let's try to. Yes, very nice. Yeah, it's very impressive. It's really beautiful here. Again, a completely different landscape, but wow. Yeah, I did clean the window this morning, but I think I'll need to exchange the washcloth for the window. There's some kind of ruin up above. Very nice. Let's see what's on the sign. Santa Cruz. Castillo de Santa Cruz. Very nice. Yeah. I can only say when you like the view, then also check out the Dutch version, because yeah, I've got to divide my attention between the Dutch and the English one. So some piece is in Dutch and another piece is in the English version of this film. So of this video, yeah. So if you like the view, just also check out the Dutch version, because there are other pieces of the drive are in there. Yeah, there to the right, I don't know if you can see here, there's some kind of castle on the mountain. I think that's part of the old town, and then the old town should be somewhere on the mountain there, on that side, or maybe a bit earlier, I don't know, we'll see. But we are in Albarracín, in the town, but yeah, the historic part is probably a bit further on. Yeah, that's also one thing. This is on the app as a parking place, but that park space isn't there anymore. It's new buildings, and because it's on the app, it's probably the back of that sign here on the left says forbidden for camper cars. So yeah. Hi guys. The app sent me to the parking from that dinosaur right in front of us, but that's private property. Don't park there, because they can, when they photograph you, they can send you a fine to your home address. And I already read on one of the apps that someone got a €150 fine sent home. So don't park on private property. But this is a spot where I think we could stay for the night. It looks quite alright. It's at the Municipal Sports Center, so it will be right. But we are not going to stay here right now, because I want to visit the town, and So we're going to park up in one of the park spots in town, but you cannot park there for during the night. But we can park there during the day. So Guardia Civil came to check out. So first we're going to park up there, and then we'll try to spend the night here. Here there isn't a sign that says forbidden, so when the Guardia Civil doesn't want us to park there, they can't do much than ask us to move on, so no problem. But for now we are going back to that other parking spot that I saw. Parked up for now, and yeah, normally I'll park the van in the shade, but now I'll on purpose park it right in the sun, so the moisture that is left in the van can escape through the windows that I leave cracked. So yeah, and from here on we're gonna explore the town.